Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to continue working on the sewing vignette box. Excuse me, got a bit of a frog in my throat. Although I've been thinking now I probably should have just called this notions because, that's really what it is. But they are sewing notions, so it's all kind of related, I guess. Okay, hope everyone's doing well and has had a chance to do something creative. I'm picking up this series again after my vacation, so I have some new stuff, and then I have a vacation haul video which you'll see in a few days. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm kind of trying to get back into the flow. Excuse me when I get a sip of my coffee. My husband managed to catch cold in 2 different countries while we were on vacation and share his one cold with me. Maybe both of them, I don't know. My head's still kind of stuffy and my voice doesn't sound the same. So let's get going on the vignette box. We've got lots of stuff in here. Let's set that off to the side. And today what I'd like to do, now I went on vacation in hoped to find something like this. And I did find something like this along the banks of the Seine. They have the book boxes that have a proper name, which I can't think of at the moment. Unfortunately, it was in a frame, and I didn't want to even think about bringing it back. But that was the only time I saw one. So being inspired by this sample piece from I guess which would have probably been a catalog of the day, I want to do something with laces because I did manage to find some lovely laces while I was in France. So that is the plan for today. So I think I've got 3 of these I want to work on. Let me set those over there. I'm going to start on these because I love this piece of scrapbook paper with all those fun little things on it. It's very blue on the inside, and while that would be great to show off the laces, it doesn't let me do much of anything else with it. So I've got that. I've got these pieces that I covered with the sewing pattern paper. What on earth? Oh. Street sweeper. That's what that is. Okay. I thought they were already done doing that, but they must have gone down one way, and now they're coming back to do the other. I'm going to round the corners on this piece, and I'm going to just put this piece in just because I love it and because I really did want to find one of those. But anyway. Okay. So I have these pieces. These are very, very light cardstock, and they didn't flatten out as nicely as I'd hoped they would, but they will in here because I will stick them down. So I have some bigger laces I think I will save for another one of these. I think for this one I want to do little laces. Thin, narrow laces. That's it. Narrow, that's the word. Okay. Try to stay. Forgive me if I'm off screen today. I really am way out of practice. I haven't done this for weeks. Okay, another sip of coffee. What I would like to do in mimicking this one, which I think I'll leave there just to kind of help me remember what it is I'm doing. I'd like to stamp kind of a label shape on these. Which ones do I want to use? Let's see. Let's start with, we'll do this one for this page. Here. One of these. Did I get that straight? Nope. Oh, ish is going to have a whole new meaning now. Because I have not done anything like this, and I'm truly not at my best. I did sleep more last night. I didn't sleep well at all on vacation, and I haven't slept very well since I got home. I'm one of those crazy people. If I get overtired, I don't sleep well. It's the craziest thing. You're overtired. Why don't you just sleep? Yeah, well, no. I'm a terrible sleeper anyway, so that I guess should not surprise me after all these years. I should be used to it, but I still get very annoyed by it. Okay, So let's do this. Do I want to put something under this too? Where's my, and also, you know, I packed everything up before we went on vacation and I don't know where I put anything. Okay, well, we'll just go with this. Use my black archival ink. Just add some kind of little boxes in. And I don't really want them lined up. So if you say you're going way off, yes, well, I'm trying to go a bit off. Just for a little bit of variety. So we had lots of rain while we were on vacation. And apparently we had lots of rain in Arizona too while we were on vacation. We lost another huge piece of we have a really large mesquite tree in the front yard, which I'm sure I have mentioned before, but you know, I'll forgive you if you don't remember everything about me. Huge piece of the tree fell off and luckily missed our house, didn't fall on the neighbors' vehicles, didn't do any damage, just somehow broke off and landed in our driveway, which was such good fortune. I'm afraid to even think about how good a fortune we had there. Excuse me, I'm going to keep sipping my coffee because my voice goes. So my wonderful neighbor next door, of course my cat sitter alerted me to the fact that there had been a problem, and my neighbor let me know, and she went to bat for us with the homeowners association. And because she is the most awesome person in the entire universe, she actually got the homeowners association to come out and clean it up. And I did not think that was going to happen, but my sweet neighbor was very convincing. Oh, she's the most wonderful lady. We're I feel so fortunate to have them for neighbors, because we've had some not so good neighbors over the years, but they're fabulous people. They're the ones that have those two adorable little boys. So anyway, so that was the big news on the home front while we were away. Well, the second big news on the home front, but not quite as close to home. My husband and I both grew up in a small mining town. Well, it's like, I don't know, 70, 80 miles from Phoenix. It's the Globe Miami area, and they, oh bless them, have had horrible flooding in that area. They had a really big wildfire. I can't remember how many years ago it's been now, because you know, time just slips through my fingers. Anyway, they had the wildfires, and oh, terrible flooding. Downtown area of Globe has just been decimated. I don't know as much about what happened in downtown Miami, although I did see water flowing over the bridges instead of under it, and that was the most recent storm, and this is the second one that they've gotten pummeled by in the last few weeks. So yeah. And I did read that the road the most direct route between Phoenix and Globe Miami will be closed for 30 days because they've been doing a widening bridge replacement kind of a thing. And I guess it really didn't do well in the storm. So that's going to be closed. So that pretty much doubles, or more than doubles, the time to get up there from down here. So very, very sad. There was loss of life in the first flood. I have not heard of any loss of life in the second. I hope there hasn't been any. But you know, home is always home. Even if you don't have people there anymore and that kind of stuff. So, you know, hard to take. And it makes me sad. So, okay. So I've got those. Do I want to put lace over those? I think I do. I think I will use it as a background. Sorry. I was second guessing myself there. Second guessing myself. So let's get my laces. I've gotten tangly. There must be something there. What is that? String. Okay. Some of these I think still had pins in them, so I have to be careful. Because of course I just gathered them up and put them in my suitcase. Okay. Oh yeah, here's this one. Let me see about this one, where the end of that is. There we go. Some fuzzies and some extra string there that I don't think I need for anything. Okay, let's get the fabric scissors. It's going to be a long video because I'm thinking and creating as I go. Let's kind of take this sort of scruffy piece. Let's cut that. In my haul video, I mentioned I scratched my glasses just as soon as we got to Paris, and so I am suffering with not seeing well out of my very scratched glasses. I need to call and get an appointment to see my eye doctor so that I can get new glasses. Luckily, it was time to do that anyway, but let's see. Do I want to use, yeah, I think this, just some sewing machine thread. And just tack this down quickly. The slow pace that I'm going, obviously I'm not going to get all three of these done with you, but I will come back and show them to you when I do the flip through of everything, if not before then. I don't know, I haven't decided if there's going to be one more video and then the flip through, or then just the flip through. I had originally planned to do 3 more, but I don't know. We'll see. Some of the videos have been popular, some of them have not been so popular, so I don't know. I like them. I like this project. I love these vignette boxes. They make me very happy. Okay, so let's do punch there, punch there, come up from the back. There we go. And I didn't knot it, so let's be mindful of that. Oh, can I find the, go. Of course, not anything like the inspiration piece, not as fancy, but you know, my interpretation of. Here we go. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard not being able to see very well. I think it's also probably time for me to have bifocals instead of just my I call them my detail glasses. Other people call them readers, but I think they're more than readers because I have astigmatism, so readers from the grocery store don't work for me. Okay. So let's do there and there. Oh, yep, I'm quiet because I'm thinking. You know, it's so funny. I always think that crafting is so, or creating is so much just second nature to me, but boy, when you haven't done it for a while, it It's going to take me a little bit to get back in the groove. I was telling my sister I feel very rusty, which is, appropriate for me because, I love rusty things. Oh, I did see some fabulous rusty keys and stuff. One of the flea markets when we were in France. I did not buy them. I was trying to be really, really good. And in the grand scheme of things, I guess I was pretty good. Of course, the universe kind of helped with that because I just didn't find a lot of stuff. Let's see. Let's take a piece of this. Okay. Well, this is probably about as exciting for you as watching paint dry, so I will finish up this piece and add it to the, let's see, now this is going to be a little bit trickier. Oopsie. Yes, trickier when you can't get the needle to stay. Let's see, where's the end of the thread? There's not as much body to this little piece of lace as there was to the other one, so a little bit harder to get it stitched on here. And yes, I could have glued this on. I could have used double sticky tape, but I decided that I wanted to stitch it on. So if you're still with me, thank you for staying. I appreciate your patience with me and my crazy ideas. Oh, not crazy, just, I know how I like stuff, and I thought this would be a fun way to have it. And I like it. It just takes a lot of time. So, not a super speedy video. Let's see, what else do I know? Oops. Yep, not paying attention. I have to pay attention. I can't think and do this at the same time because now I've poked myself. Oh, thankfully good. No, I didn't draw any blood. Yay. The cats have just about forgiven us for being gone. They were very, very unhappy with us when we came back. My cat, my little Sid, I always say is my cat. And usually he's happy to see us because we've returned, and then he's mad after the fact. This time he was so mad, he was hissing at me and almost made me cry. Of course, I will say, when we came home, by the time we got home, I'd been up about, 26 hours, so not hard to make me cry at that point, I would say. Let's see, put that there. Let's see. These little laces are just so lovely and fine, and I wish they could tell me their stories, because I know these have got to be, I know they're vintage, if not antique. I don't know very much about the practice of lace making. We visited Belgium many years ago, and I really wanted to go to I think they either had a museum or a place where they made lace, and sadly they were not open when we were there. I didn't plan that vacation very well because lots of things were closed because we were kind of between the busy season and the shoulder season, and lots of things were closed that week we were there. So we did pretty well this time in Paris. My husband wanted to go to Saint-Chapelle, the chapel with all the fabulous, and it is fabulous, stained glass. It's amazing. I don't even know how tall those windows are, but they are really, really something to see. So he wanted to do that, and he wanted to do Notre Dame, so we did. And Notre Dame is amazing. I didn't know very much about it, other than just mostly from the outside. I like architecture, so that kind of stuff sticks with me more sometimes than the stuff inside. But wow, there was a lot of art, and it was. I don't want to say it was busy, but for my brain, it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. Sorry, I'm getting another sip of my coffee, which is getting cold, because that means I've really had you here a long time. But so that was cool. Glad we got to go. Last time we were in Paris, it was still being renovated, so we didn't get to go. So he's like, that was his list. And then he also wanted to go to Shakespeare and Company, the bookstore. So we did that. We did that last time we were in Paris. We just didn't spend much time there because we were, I don't know, rushing to dinner or something. I don't know. I did better about that this time. I gave us more time to just kind of wander and enjoy. Although my foot was really bothering me, so I wasn't very good at extended walking. Like, of course, I plan a walking vacation, and I've hurt myself, so anyway. But those were the 3 things on his list. I wanted to do the 2 flea markets, which we did. And had some very nice food, and did a couple of tours. We did a market tour and a food tour, which were really, really fun, and I highly recommend it. Usually I am not a good tour person because I get bored with the stuff that people are telling me. It's not always the stuff that I'm interested in, and I also get I always say I get like museum fatigue. I love museums. I do. I absolutely love them. My husband will go into a museum and read everything, and I just can't do that. It's too much for me to take in. But the tours that we had were wonderful, and not like that. Busy. Was busy and walking fast and that kind of stuff, because everybody walks faster than me because I'm really short and I walk really slow. More slow now since I've had that stupid thing with my heel. Yes, I'm going. My husband's after me. I saw my doctor before we went on vacation, and she said, well, when you get back, go see the podiatrist and see what they can do to help you. So I gotta do that. So all these doctor's appointments I have to make now, which is, I have to say, not fun. I don't wanna. Me no wanna. But I will. I will. Put this over here. Can I do this? We did have lots of rain. We had several days of rain in France. The day we got to Paris, it was so hot. Oh, it was hot. And I live in hot, but there it's hot, and it's a bit of humidity because it's they've got the Seine, and there's lots of water there. So it was really hot, and then it cooled off. Kinda. I don't know. I am not used to this like hot rain stuff. So it's like pretty much too hot to be wearing your raincoat, but you need your raincoat because otherwise you're going to get all wet. I don't know. You can tell. I live in the desert. Rain confuses me. We went over to the Eiffel Tower and got to see the Eiffel Tower and took a few pictures, and it was a very rainy day. And then we did get to go back and see the Eiffel Tower one night twinkling, but then my husband got sick, so he didn't really feel like being out in the night air, so we didn't ever get to go back again. And it only twinkled for just a little bit the night we were there. So there was some sort of protest, and forgive me, I have now forgotten what it was. I should know. Something to do with the situation in Gaza, I think, but please don't quote me on that because I am not sure that's what it was. The French are very good about that. They're a very vocal culture, and they make their opinions known, and it's really very heartening. You know, it's nice to see people standing up for what they believe in. I don't know. I find the French culture absolutely fascinating. And their food, fabulously delicious. Okay. Let's see. I could put another little piece here, but let's not, just so that we can actually move on and I can let you go on with your day, because I have kept you here entirely too long. Okay. Now, how do I want to glue this down? I was thinking double sticky tape, but now I am having second thoughts about that. Let us try. Nope, this is not the right art glitter glue. Here's my art glitter glue. All right, let's do the art glitter glue. I've been so busy chatting away, I haven't been paying attention to make sure that I'm actually still videoing. Let's see if the art glitter glue is going to work after being sitting there for ages. Pin bathtub. Yay! The art glitter glue is flowing. Oh, I spoke too soon. I think I need oodles to hold that down just a little bit, hopefully. If it doesn't stay, I'll come back and do something else with it. And by stay, I mean curl. If it curls up and creates an issue, I'll come back and do something else with it. But let's go ahead and put this one down a little bit on the low side. I can always add something at the top. Let's give us a good squish. I'll put this under my mat. But anyway, this is the idea. This is the inspiration. Not as fancy, but it gives you the general gist. And it also lets me keep a little bit of my little lace close by. Not close by. Where did that come from? Lets me keep a little bit of my lace in a space in the event that I use it all for other stuff going forward. So, okay. Thank you for staying with me. Sorry, I'm running out of energy. That's that sleep thing again. So thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, and I sincerely hope that you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and please leave me a comment. What do you think? Have you ever found one of these treasures, or just some of these treasures? Or are you not really interested in lace and catalog stuff? Okay, there's like 3 questions for you. So hopefully you can give me an answer to that one. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And please join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.